Oh my God.
once called me forever, now you still can't call me back. And I love your mom, but it's the season of the sticks. And I saw your mom, she forgot that I existed. It's half my fault, but I just like to play the victim. I'll drink alcohol till my friends come home for Christmas, and I'll dream each night of some version of you that I might not have, but I did not lose. Now you're tire tracks and one pair of shoes, and I'm split in half, but that'll have to do. Know that
Summer capsule wardrobe for a small space. It's still cold here in Vancouver, but keeping a cohesive small wardrobe takes a bit of planning, so here's what I want to have on hand as the weather warms up. My lightest jacket and blazer, which is my A Goldie denim and this Wilfred blazer. 3 sweaters, including a cardigan, a more casual crewneck sweater, and this cotton knit by Gillian Stevens. 3 button-ups, which can be worn open as lightweight top layers. 4 tees and 4 tanks, and I did videos rating each of these if you want to know a little bit more detail. 3 pairs of shorts, including my denim Levi's, these linen striped shorts by Gillian Stevens, and a trouser pair by Totem. 2 skirts and a dress, the same as the spring. 1 pair of linen pants, also by Gillian Stevens. And all of my jeans, because I love them even if they're impractical in the summer. That's it for now, but I'm thinking of kicking off the season with a 10x10 mini capsule, so let me know which of these items you'd be curious to see me style over a 10-day period. And follow for more on small space living. 10x10 summer capsule. To make the most out of my small wardrobe, I'm kicking off the summer with a mini capsule of 10 items that I style over 10 days, so here's what I'm working with. A Goldie denim jacket, Gillian Stevens sweater, Wilfred Free striped shirt, Realization Par silk dress, A Goldie 90s jeans, Gillian Stevens linen, Totem shorts, and 2 Everlane tanks and a Young Maven tee. And here's how I styled it all. I hope this helps you see how you don't need a massive closet to have style options, so follow for more on small space living. Celebrating birthdays in a small space. Our small space lifestyle means that we lean towards simplicity for holidays and celebrations. It was my partner's birthday this weekend, and here are some things we did to make it feel special. 1. Bake something. I'm not the best baker, but I found a simple cake recipe to make my partner. There's something really exciting about the aroma of a treat filling the air in our little space. Plus, the best part is an edible gift adds 0 clutter to our apartment. 2. Give experiences. Being able to go out and do something feels extra special since the pandemic. Plus, it's also a no-waste gift. We both love orchestral music, so this year I got us tickets to enjoy the Vancouver Symphony Orchestra together. 3. Channel gift spending into something practical. We both really appreciate the ability to afford things we actually need and use. This year my partner needed to invest in a new computer, so I put the gift budget I had towards helping him buy one. That's it for now, and follow for more on small space living. Shoes in my summer wardrobe and how I store them. I'm Tina, and this is my tiny apartment. I don't have much space for shoes, so here are the 8 pairs that'll be essential to me this summer. 3 pairs of sneakers. I do a lot of walking, so sneakers are a must. High-top Chucks are a timeless classic, and I find these look good with cropped pants and skirts. For more sporty days, I rely on Nike Air Maxes, and recently I added these Nike Blazers for something to wear with jeans. 3 pairs of sandals and flats. On days when my style leans towards a smarter look, I'll wear these loafers by Karen Callahan, which I love with a blazer or trouser. If the look is more feminine or incorporates lighter colors, my preference is these lock sandals. And I don't think I need to explain why I have Birkenstocks, but I love them for beach trips, camping, and the most summery activities. And lastly, 2 pairs of heels. This is my smallest category because I simply don't wear them much anymore. I have these low heels, which are well worn by Lock, and I also have a higher heeled pair by By Far, which are perfect for weddings and special events. And this is how I store them. Most of them fit in the shoe cabinet by IKEA, but I also have space in my closet for a couple more, and that's it for now, but follow for more on small space living. Cozying up the bedroom for fall. I'm not a fan of overly fussy decor, so here are some practical ways I welcome a season change into the bedroom. Number 1 is to update your bedding. We keep a very minimal bed in the summer, just a top sheet with no blankets, so fall is when I really start to bring back the cozy layers. If you're looking for quality bedding, a brand I like is Parachute. They have clean designs, they use natural materials like cotton and linen, and the craftsmanship is really superior. Just look at the stitching on this blanket. We have the linen set from them, and the blanket is especially good for the shoulder season because it's not too hot and not too cold. Number 2 is to swap out the plants and greenery. So in the summer, I usually keep a cactus in the bedroom, but as the days get shorter, I find it makes sense to change its location so it can continue to get lots of sun. In its place, I opt for something that speaks fall to me, like this dried arrangement from a Vancouver shop called the Wild Bunch. And number 3 is to bring out a candle. It's way too hot to burn candles in the summer, so I pull these out in the cooler months. And although it can easily overpower a little bedroom, I do find it relaxing to have one burning for just a few minutes before bed because it helps me to wind down. So I hope you found these tips helpful for cozying up your bedroom, and follow for more on small space living. Sweater care tips. I've put in lots of time to curate a collection of sweaters to love, so here's how I make sure they last over time. The first thing I do is to store them properly, and I know you just saw them on hangers, but I just did that to show you in the video. When they're in rotation, I usually fold my sweaters instead of hanging them, which helps preserve the shape. At the end of the season, everything also gets laundered and stored in plastic sealed containers or vacuum bags. I also use a sweater mist to keep a nice scent. Next is to have a good mix of maintenance tools on hand, and for me this includes a sweater shaver, a depiller, and a lint brush. And I regularly depill my sweaters so that they're looking their best, but it's important to test a less visible part of the sweater first, as every fabric is different and I want to make sure I'm not causing damage. And number 3 might be obvious to some, but follow washing care instructions. I feel like we all have a sweater or garment we can remember ruining. I will say that I'm more reluctant to dry clean these days, as I find it's really harsh not only on the environment but also on my sweaters. Hand washing in cold water seems like it's worked best for me, but I always proceed with caution. Feel free to share if you have any tips for caring for sweaters, and follow for more on small space living. Welcome to Stuff I Don't Buy and What I Use Instead. Keeping a functional small space sometimes means repurposing what we already have instead of buying. Here are some examples in the kitchen. First, I don't buy chip clips or bag seals. Let's face it, an open bag of chips isn't hanging around our apartment for long anyway. But when I want to keep something fresh for a little longer, I just throw an elastic band around it. We collect these from produce at the grocery store anyway, so it's a perfect no-waste solution. The second thing I don't buy is Ziploc bags or freezer bags. We find IKEA 365 glass containers take care of just about everything that we use Ziploc bags for before. And yes, they are a bit heavier to carry around, but switching away from plastic is a must to me and my partner. And third, I don't buy sponges for the sink. A few months ago, we bought a wooden brush, and now we only have to replace the head every few months. Honestly, this was a bit of an adjustment, especially for things like cleaning the countertop, but it is really nice not to have to worry about the moldy scent that sponges eventually seem to get. That's all for now, but follow for more on small space living. My style and wardrobe resolutions for 2023. Keeping a small wardrobe can be hard, but I've found the last few months particularly challenging to keep a cohesive capsule, so here are some things I want to do for a fresh start. One is to cut back on outside influences. Don't get me wrong, Pinterest can be a great source of inspo, but lately I've been finding my style getting pulled in too many directions, making it hard to express any of them fully since I have so little room. In 2023, I want to focus less on what others are wearing and more on what I feel good in. Number 2 is to revisit clothes I don't wear enough. So even though it is small, there are still items in my closet that I neglect to wear. Maybe I find them too dressy or aspirational, or maybe I haven't figured out how to style them, but in 2023, I want to get more clear on how to wear these pieces. And number 3 is to shop online less. So the pandemic had us all shopping more online than we used to, and that habit has really stuck for me. But I find it also causes me to buy more aspirational things that don't fit my lifestyle or just plain don't fit. So in 2023, I'd like to come back to more in-person shopping, be sure a piece suits my lifestyle before I buy it. So I'd love to hear what style resolutions you have for 2023 and follow for more. Small space storage ideas. Here are some of my favorite ways to add storage in a small apartment. One is high shelving, so if you're on the short side like me, you won't miss that open space close to your ceiling. In this example, a shelf was cleverly installed over a doorway, or if you have kitchen cabinets that don't reach the ceiling like me, this is another option for storage. 2 is to use hooks everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Hooks are such a practical way to make a good use of wall space while creating homes for hangables. You can get more fun ones for open spaces to store more beautiful things like I did with these silk scarves, or for something more practical, I use this magnetic hook from Muji to hang a dish towel on the side of our fridge, and it works great. And number 3 is to store things underneath your furniture. Like using high space, low space is good for storage because it's more or less out of the line of vision. I store bins under the pieces that have legs or under the bed, and it's gained me so much space. So I hope this helps with your storage ideas, and if you like the video, follow for more. Ways to gain space in your closet. I talk about maintaining a small wardrobe a lot, but I haven't shown how I make the most of the actual closet space yet, so let's get into it. First, I use slim hangers. So this hanger bar is less than 2 feet wide, but I find I really can fit most of what I need with slim hangers. This is where I keep my blazers, shirts, and lightweight sweaters, and the top bar belongs to Rob. Second, I roll folded clothing and use dividers. So I have 2 baskets for miscellaneous folded items, and I find these IKEA dividers are perfect for sectioning things off. If I roll things instead of folding them, I can fit more and see everything more easily. The third thing I do is fill gaps with smalls. So the gaps between compartments are where I keep smaller things like belts, thick socks, or leggings, and I find this keeps the dividers snug inside the basket and makes the most of the space. And fourth is to utilize underbed storage. So there's no way that I could fit my whole wardrobe inside our tiny closet, so I have 2 bins under the bed. One is for pants and one is for sweaters, and I roll what's inside here too. So I hope this helps if you're looking to manage space inside your own closet, and follow for more.